Oh, brekete.
Yeah.
They say like
You see what if
you
people
know
know they carry last, right? Eh?
No, the matter tire me, madam. I don't tire. The
I
thing
know, it's
tire me.
okay. It's okay, Mama, it's okay.
Not
Okay, so
tire.
now, okay, all right. So now let's go back to Sazo, please.
Yes, the way for me, the way forward is that let Baba stop being the leader of Justice for MOHBAD. I think Baba should look for a reputable, NGO that's like human rights organizations or human rights lawyer that they are very proactive in their work and give this case to them. Baba should stop being the leader in Justice for MOHBAD. Baba has to give this case to people that will fight for justice for him. He should be behind, just giving them go ahead. If they need him to come and sign document, let him come and sign and go and sit down. I think that's the only way forward for me. Because for now, he has gotten so many money, go for me, another one from, I don't know, Access Bank or which one, just for Justice for MOHBAD. But those money has not been used appropriately. And we are not seeing any action like the justice. He has not petitioned anybody because he thinks that the justice is around his family. But if it is a neutral person or people or organizations, they will not look anybody face now. They will not look Uche face. They will do their work. So for me, Baba should back off and give the justice to people who are ready to fight it. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you have really said it well, Sazo. Worry Queen, Mama, do you have anything to say, ma?
No, I'm not getting into the matter. Don't tire me. Not say I know the combat, so I don't know many
It's
things
okay.
again. So,
Okay. All right. So I'm
me.
going to make, okay, ma. Thank you, ma. I'm going to make a little submission. And I think we've all spoken.
What of it before you make a submission?
What about
I'm sorry,
other
Mr.
people?
Shola.
Let other people speak.
I'm sorry, Mr. Shola. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Shola.
That is there now.
That's why I came up.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Shola. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
because I want to give this my own submission too about the way forward.
It's okay, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. How are you doing? Before I go ahead, I would like to thank Andy personally. Everything you have said is right. The only thing is that I don't want to dwell on the past. Not only that, I know it's part and parcel of this process. He is talking from an insider. I believe everything he said. But let's look for the way forward. Andy, my brother, either we like it or not, the deed has been done. Talking about it again and again will not solve the problem. Everything you said is totally correct. It's painful. You are there. You saw it. I've never talked to Baba. I don't even know but you are there. Everybody knows you are part and parcel of them. So if anybody don't believe you, at their own peril. I personally believe everything you said. But let's look for the way forward. After 1 year, we can't continue lamenting about the deed I'm supposed to have done, I'm supposed to have not done, Now, my own way forward, personally, my own opinion is let's leave Baba alone. Let's make him irrelevant. We can. I'm telling you, we can to leave Baba alone and make him irrelevant. I know some people still want to go through Baba. We don't want to go through Baba again. Look at what Yomi is doing. Look at what Madam Eris is doing. Let's follow that lead. Let Anybody, let's follow that lead. If anybody wants to write a petition, let's follow that lead and get to the root. If anything happens to Yomi today, they didn't reply to his petition, they didn't do something, he will tell us, which Baba is not doing for us, and we are complaining. No petition written. Okay, Yomi petition, where is it? What happened? Is it true he wrote a petition? Some people didn't believe he wrote a petition at all. So let's follow it up. Left to me, that's the only way forward to me. I want to follow all the. Even Amen was saying that he wrote a petition. Maybe he has submitted it or he has not. Let's follow all those things up. Let's leave Baba, because as far as I'm concerned, Baba is fixed. For him to change his mind is not going to be easy. But I don't know what tomorrow holds for us. He can
Okay.
decide to change his mind that no, I can't continue this way. But
Okay,
left to me, he's tired.
Mr. Shola, I think you've spoken well, but I think I have one. I think I'm going to disagree with you on one point.
Okay.
Now, I think we've all spoken brilliantly. Thank you, Mr. Andy. You've done well. Miss Worry Queen, thank you. Welcome back. And I think Yinka Ade, you've spoken well. Mr. Shola, excellent, brilliant. Then we have Sazi. Sazi has spoken well. Then welcome Susie. But before Susie speaks, if she has something to say, I want to say this. And I think we all want justice for MOHBAD. And I think the father of MOHBAD also wants justice for MOHBAD. So now, Mr. Andy made mention about Yomi Fabi. I do not disagree with you on that. But the point is that this is a very, very, well, I'm not going to say anything here because it's a platform. So I'm going to reserve my comment on that. So when it comes to Mr. Loba not carrying Mr. Loba along, I would disagree with you, Mr. Shola. The person, Mr. Loba can decide tomorrow to bury this guy, MOHBAD, and nothing will happen. Telling him to take the back seat and sit down, I don't think that is okay. It's a son that died, regardless of what is going on. Mr. Loba's son died, and we can't tell him to take the back seat and watch. If he wants to be proactive and if he wants to be involved in what is happening, so be it. That is his little contribution. Okay? So
That's a very good. That's a very good topic.
Yes, hold on.
Let's throw it out. Let's throw it out.
Hold on.
Because left to me,
we will. But hold on, sir. We will. I don't want us to mix things up. When we are deliberating, it's not always good to mix things up. Otherwise, everybody will get confused and it's going to be rowdy. Let's take it point by point and bullet by bullet. Okay?
yeah, okay.
So now, I just feel that we should all, everyone should look for a way forward. I'm talking about the mistakes that has been made in the past. It's not going to resolve. And I'm going to bring in Christianity here because I am. It says, the Bible says, do not remember the former things. I will do a new thing. That's what the Bible says. If you keep going back to the past, I don't know how you can move forward. It's like somebody that is running a relay race. You are running the race, and what you're doing, you're looking backward, you will fall down. Okay? It's always good to look forward. What is, if you are a CEO of a company, and at the end of the year or the beginning of the year or at the beginning of the year, the CEO will ask you, how can we move this company forward? What can we do to move this forward? That's the point. What can we do? What do you think we can do to move it forward? I think every one of us should go home or stay, or maybe you're at your home, right? I'm sorry, I'm talking as if I'm somewhere, I'm sorry. I think we all should sit down and think about this. Just refresh your brain. How can we move this forward? Going back to what Mr. Loba did wrong, going back, I think it's okay to talk about it because it's always good to look at your mistake so that you don't make the same mistake again. That's okay? That's why we make mistake, so that we don't repeat it again. Okay? So
you know
and
what?
I think I hold it there.
Okay,
so
let me answer you quickly.
Okay.
Just quickly.
Yeah.
You know why I will not involve Mr. Loba? I will tell you why.
Okay, please.
Why I will not involve him again in this case is this. It's either him or Wumi can give us justice. He tried to do it, he never opened up totally. And if he wants to open up tomorrow, he will give us justice. Wumi, I've written her off already because she will never say what happened. I've written her off. But the only person I believe in is Baba Loba. I believe in him. And the only thing he can do to release us from these shackles is telling us a simple question. Open, just, okay, let me just come back to what happened just recently. Let me just tell you what happened recently. Just ordinary statement. It takes you a month to get a statement out for accountability. Okay, let me now go back to the old something. You can also give us, okay, this is when this person called me. A log, a call log, for God's sake. So you don't want me to now go back to that person to start asking what I'm asking for the past 1 year. He didn't give it to me. It doesn't cost him anything to give it to me. A call log. When did this guy call you? When did they told you that this person is dead? You can open it up if you have anything in your cupboard. Now let's make, because I don't want to go back. I want to come forward to the beginning. Here, last 1 month, a statement, bank statement on your name, Access Bank. Give it to me. It will only take a day or two. You didn't give it to me. You will still give me excuses.
Okay,
Oh, law
Mr.
school
Shola.
gone. I don't
Let
know.
me
I don't know. Me, I
let me
can't think
quickly
about.
let me
Because what you show me,
Okay,
sorry,
okay,
Shola.
okay,
let's just
Hold
Mr.
on.
leave that
Shola.
man
Sorry.
alone. Let
Let me
let's just
quickly
leave him alone
Shola.
Okay,
for God's
Mr.
Sorry.
Shola,
sake.
hold on, Mr.
Sorry, let me
Shola.
quickly make a point. Let me quickly
Okay,
make a
go
point,
ahead.
please.
Go ahead, Andy.
You
Then
see,
after you, Susie can speak,
yeah,
please.
we continue telling one another that we should not dwell with the past. Fine, we are not going to dwell with the past of Joseph Aloba. But when the likes of me and Shola and some other people are saying that Joseph Aloba should step aside, we are going to make reference to what have happened in the last 15 years.
I'm
But
telling you.
I don't want to dip into that one now. I did doing according to what you said
So,
about
Mr. Andy, hold on for a second.
hold
Hold
on
on,
sec,
please.
please.
Mr.
Hold on,
Andy,
let me finish.
hold
I
on,
will lose
sir.
my thoughts.
Hold on.
I will
Okay,
lose
okay, go
my line
ahead.
of thought, please.
Go ahead.
From
Go
what
ahead,
you
please.
said 1 hour ago, you said Joseph Aloba is looking for justice. Now, let me just agree with you partially. You understand me? Because there's a point that I want to pin you down there. Fine.
Please don't pin me down,
What
please.
Joseph Aloba, you said is looking for justice. Okay, fine. Now, you have people around you now that they are doing the same thing to seek justice for your son. What they are now telling you is that Joseph Aloba just sits at the back of the seats. We will do everything for you.
Okay,
Why
so
do
it
you want
makes
to?
sense.
Hold on, please. Why do you think he wants to trouble himself? They are not requesting money from him. They are not requesting anything from him. Oh, Joseph Aloba, you are fighting for justice. You understand me? And your hand is clean, everything. Can you just sit and let's do it for you?
Okay, so Andy, hold on, please. Just let me come in. If I get you right, what you're saying is that when you test somebody to let's say for example, let's use the case of George Floyd. I'm sorry if I have to bring that in. And there was George Floyd had the family had a very, radical lawyer that stood up for Judge Floyd. And actually, it was on the neck of the police. It was on the neck of the government until justice was served for Judge Floyd. And I think I do understand what you're saying, that you want Mr. Loba to take a seat, to sit down, to rest, why the public actually seek this justice, right? Why the public run and find justice for his son. I think everything you said is wonderful. But if this man says, no, I want to be part of it, okay. And I feel that if you have, this is just my little contribution, if you feel that you have a way of helping, you can go ahead and do your thing. And I don't think it's going to stop you. Okay? And I think if you want to help, if you feel that you can actually get justice for his son, I don't think it should stop anyone from doing that. Let's say, for example, let me give you an example. If you come in with a very good lawyer, and you say, okay, Baba, we have this lawyer, we feel this is, you don't even have to, let him know. You can go ahead, and do your thing. Look at, Yomi, look at others, like Aries and others, like what they are doing. They are doing their own thing in finding justice for MOHBAD. And let Mr. Loba do his thing. So
Are they doing?
at the end of the day,
I'm
hold
going
on,
to
please.
interject you
Hold
here.
on, Andy. Hold on, Andy, please. Hold on, sir. At the end of the day, this is a puzzle. It's going to come together. At the end of the day, everyone is looking for one thing. One thing that maybe the man is scared of is that he might be asked to sign some documents. He might be asked to sign some papers. Like, if we get justice for your son and you win this case, are you going to give us 40% of your son's estate? No father would do that. And I want
Are
to
they
make
doing?
that.
Let me interject you here.
Okay,
You
all
see?
right.
Oh, sorry.
Andy, please, can you hold on? Andy,
1 minute.
hold on, please.
Susan,
Hold on.
can you give me 1
Yes,
minute?
sir. Okay, go ahead.
Please. Thank you, Susan. You see, don't forget, Adedoyin, where we got it wrong is when, don't forget that the family are very MOHBAD. Don't forget that it is we, the public, that we exhume the body of MOHBAD. And where we got it wrong, after we exhume the body of MOHBAD, we now allow the family to adjust the process. And don't forget, about 30 minutes ago, I said to you, two major players, they are the one obstructing this justice, Wunmi and Joseph Aloba himself. The rest are just branches. Continue,
Okay.
Susan.
Makes sense. So now, hold on, Susie, before you speak, give me 1 minute. Mr. Andy, if the public seek justice for MOHBAD, this is a big question, please. If the public should decide we want to get justice for MOHBAD, is there any interest in seeking justice for MOHBAD? Or is just going to be on a mutual level? Is there anything attached to Mr. Loba taking the back seat? For example, is he going to be asked to sign some documents in order to seek justice for his son? That's number one. Number two, is anyone going to tell him, Mr. Loba, we want justice for your son, we will pursue this justice, and we are going to take 30% of your son's estate? Is that the case? And if that is not the case, if nothing is attached to it, and the public is not seeking this, or some group of people are not seeking this in order to gain, to have a financial gain, then I see no reason why Mr. Loba will not do it. But if some group, if some group of people are doing this,
when we get there, we cross it. No, don't worry. No, you are taking it ahead of yourself. When we got there, we cross it.
Oh,
So,
yes, I have to. Yes, definitely.
yeah, you are taking it ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I have to.
When we got there, we
have to.
cross it.
Hey,
So, it's
let me
relevant.
come in, please.
Please,
Let me
Susie,
come in.
Susie, let's be respectful, please. I beg you. Go ahead.
I said, let me come in. You have been talking, so let's other people talk.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Susie.
You ask a question. What is the way forward? Mr. Shola and Mr. Andy and who other person again? They've said it all. You see, you came in late, or you probably came into the public start communicating with public late. You see, the reason why I will accept with Andy and the rest that it's time for Baba to take the back seat, and this is my own opinion right from the beginning. You see, this case is not Baba Mohbad's case. It's our case, we, the public, our cry that what made them exhumed MOHBAD, okay? And because this family in question, Wumi, Baba Mohbad, Adura, Blessing, Mama Mohbad, Darosha, Mohbad's friend, they all accepted that Mohbad is gone and they buried him, okay? We saw Wumi giving him the last moment's honor, putting sand in his grave and all that, throwing stuff in his grave and all that. If how stubborn Wumi is, okay? We know that everybody know that Wumi is very, very stubborn, okay? If Wumi, based on her stubbornness, if Wumi said no, that Mohbad will not be put to ground the day they put him to ground, do you know it will not happen? Okay, so now the family have agreed that this boy is gone. They've accepted their fate. Now, we, the public, we say no. Based on what we see, they broke his neck, broke his leg, build up a carton, throw him inside the carton, dig a shallow grave, throw him inside the shallow grave, and we, the public, say no, we can't agree to that. It's not because of the voice of Mohbad's family that the government has zoned MOHBAD. It's our voice. So this case is our case. It's high time, like Andy said, it's our mistake to let Baba Mohbad hijack the case. And that is what we are paying for now. So my advice to everybody, now, if you feel what Wumi is doing is good, go ahead with Wumi. If you feel what Aries is doing, go ahead with Aries. If you feel what Susan is doing, go ahead with Susie. If you feel what Adedoyin is doing, go ahead with Adedoyin. If you feel what Andy is doing, follow Andy. You see, the problem we are having in this case, everybody want to be a masters in this case. I want to be the one champion. Leave everybody to do their thing. How many roads lead to the market? It's not one road. If you want to go to market, you go from different roads and you meet at a central point. So this how we should treat Mohbad's case. Don't look at what Mr. A is doing. Don't look at what Mr. B is doing. Do your own and let me do my own. That is only way this thing is going to work out. If you want to call the police out, go ahead and call the police out. If you want to call the Lagos state government, call the Lagos government out. Leave everybody to do their things. I think that's the only way forward in this case. Stop being in another person's business and say, oh no, what this person is doing is not good. Stop being in people's business. Do your own and let me do my own.
And support. And let everybody support that.
Okay, all right, Susie. I think you have spoken intelligently, and I think you're right. Everybody should seek their own justice, and at the end of the day, everyone will meet at a point, which is, like I said, it's a puzzle.
Sorry, I didn't. Can I say something?
Hold on, Miss Tinka, please, man, give me a second. It's all going to come together, okay? So, but now I want to ask you a question, Susie. Susie, do you think, Miss Yinka, please permit me, ma. I'm sorry.
No
permit
problem.
me for a second.
No problem.
Susie, I want to ask you a question. You said this case belongs to the public.
Yes.
Okay. So now, do you know that before the government, the Lagos state government, Honorable Sanwo-Olu, before he ordered for Mohbad to be exhumed, do you know that they took permission from Mr. Loba? And if you do not believe me, you can contact the government office, the governor's office. Do you know that they took permission? No, hold on,
Adedoyin,
I'm asking you.
there's nothing you can tell me on this case that I don't know.
No, but I'm asking
Okay?
you a question, Susie.
You
No,
see, let me tell you something today.
Susie,
The
I'm
first visit,
asking you a question, and I think
yes,
we are dialoguing. This is a dialogue, right? It's a question, and I'm asking: did they take permission from Mr. Loba before Mohbad was assumed, or the government just went ahead and assumed Mohbad? Please,
you see, okay, thank you so much for the question.
thank you,
That's the due process to be done.
thank you.
If Mr. Loba says no, at that point of time, the tension on this Lagos state government, if Aloba says no, Mohbad will soon be exhumed.
No,
And
sorry
listen,
if I had to
listen,
come in.
listen,
No, it will
listen,
not. I'm
listen.
sorry.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
finish. Let me finish. You asked me a question,
Okay, I'm
and
sorry. I'm
I will
sorry
tell
that
you.
I'm sorry.
I will tell you the reason why.
Okay.
That at that point, okay, where the case is on the. You remember? Let me tell you something. Remember that very week that this whole Mohbad issue was going on. You know, it was yearly UN yearly this thing that all the president come to New York together. Did you know what was at stake for the president of Nigeria then? I'm not going to go detail, okay? So at that point, when Mohbad was asked to be exhumed, okay, the protocol has to be done, okay? That's why they asked for Baba Mohbad's permission, okay? That doesn't mean that they were not going to exhume the body anyway. The body was must to be exhumed at that point of time to save a lot of people. You understand? And that's why they did it, not just because of Baba Mohbad. So if you are giving Baba Mohbad that credit, no, the credit has to be given to the concerned citizen, home and abroad and other country who step into the case at that point of time. The credit is not for Baba Mohbad at all.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Accepted, Susie. Okay, accepted. And I'm not going to push this forward so that we don't start going back and forth. So I'm going to leave it at that. Okay.
Okay, can I speak now?
Okay, go ahead, Miss Inka. I'm sorry. Go
Right.
ahead.
Right. What I want to say is indirectly, I will agree with Susie. But on one, I want to ask a question. We're talking about the public, they took permission. This whole lot of things started from Wumi's end because they had somebody that they wanted to nail at the time. They spearheaded this so-called public thing at the time. The person that was supporting Wumi back and front was one of the lead in this thing because they had somebody that they wanted to nail. And that personality was a very important person. You understand? Which makes the government more interested in the case. So now, if you now say the public, let Baba Mohbad sit back and leave the thing to the public. I know we're all public, but is it the public that somebody is saying Papariano is not for justice, Buki is not for justice, that one where we're not agreeing. So which public are they going to leave it for? I'm just thinking out loud though. Which public are they going to leave it for? So at the end of the day, so it's going to come down to what Susie said. If you have something that you want to contribute personally that you can do with group of people, you want to petition somebody, gather together and do that thing yourself. You understand? But to say Baba Mohbad sit back and leave it for public that cannot unite is going to be difficult too. Because the public that we're saying we're not united. Everybody is being accused of anti-justice, everybody is now anti-justice. So you want the case to be left for
Okay.
people that are anti-justice?
Okay. All right. So thank you, Miss Inka. So because I just want us to keep it quick. Miss Inka, you said something that is very, very important. Unity. Um, there is no way you can fight a battle without unifying each other. A house cannot even stand without unity. Every one of you, every one of us here, we all want one thing. Susie wants one thing, Miss Yinka wants one thing, Mr. Shola, Andy, Papariano, every one of you, everyone that has a platform wants one thing. And that one thing is to get justice for MOHBAD. So my question is, why is there so much division among everyone? Susie, can you answer that? Why is there so much division? Why is there so much cursing? Why is there so much anger? What is going on? Everyone
Okay.
wants justice.
I'm
Hold
going
on,
to.
Susie. We are all
Okay.
fighting for one person, MOHBAD. Why is there so much division? Because I believe that if everyone comes together, including Yomi, Papariano, everyone comes together, do you know this will be different? So, Susie, why is there so much division? Can you please help us out?
Adedoyin, thank you for that question. You see, as a human being, what you are asking for is difficult. No. If you can see, Paul and P Square, you see, two of them, they were born in the same day. They share the same womb. They are still fighting, fighting and doing all things together. So, if you are expecting that kind of united to have this case move forward, it's not going to happen. Why? Everybody is a self-made woman and man. Everybody is a boss in their home. Everybody is a boss in their office. Everybody is a landlady, a landlord in their office, in their homes. Okay? So when you have this caliber of people from all part of different uh, world come together to pick up this fight, you don't expect total unity. The unit is not going to come, and that is the reason why I say, do you and let me do me. Okay, you might have 2 or 3 people that believe in you. Work with those people. Whoever that believe in you, work with them. Don't look at what Mr. A is doing. Don't look at what Mr. B is doing. If Mr. A group decided to give Mr. A the whole world, don't look at their pocket. Leave them, let them do what they're doing. Me, as Miss B, if Miss B group decide to give me